Welcome to Wine Chat Wednesday. This is my really good friend Taylor, and she is a mom of 3 under 3. Not for too much longer though.
No, not for too much longer.
Emerson's almost 3.
Yeah.
So yes, she has 3 kids, and so together we consider ourselves seasoned.
Yeah.
Seasoned moms.
We are seasoned moms.
Right, so we are going to talk about mom topics, and I put the question out on Instagram today to see what mom topics you wanted us to talk about, so we're going to go over a couple of those. But most importantly, because it's Wine Chat Wednesday, we need the wine. So Taylor has brought over a bottle of wine. Taylor not only is a stay-at-home mom, but she also has a side hustle in her wine business, which is super awesome. And if you want to learn more about what Taylor does or how you can get some of this delicious wine yourself, then please follow her on Instagram. I will link that down below, and you can learn all about her amazing wine business, because she's like a mom boss, wine boss, like
yes.
boss, like
all the boss tags.
all of the bosses.
Yeah.
Hashtag boss.
Hashtag boss.
But we're going to sit here and enjoy this and talk about mom things. Are you ready?
Yes, we can go ahead and cheers.
Let's do it.
This is an amazing white from Italy. I don't know anything about wine. I'm going to go ahead and preface that there. I don't know anything about wine. I leave that up to the experts. Cheers!
So the first topic that we're going to talk about today is transitioning from being a working person, woman, to being a stay-at-home mom, because we're both stay-at-home moms, even though we do still work from home in different ways, but we do stay at home all day with the kids, and we used to work. Yeah. So we are going to talk about, I guess, our transition and maybe how we feel about that transition, because it's not always easy. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. So Taylor, why don't you take it away?
Absolutely. I think this is an awesome topic, because as much as we are very similar in our parenting styles and everything, we both have a very different perspective on this. Yes. So it's kind of cool to see. You know, I am now a stay-at-home mom of 3 under 3, and it is extremely different than my office job when I was a marketer. It was an 8 to 5 type of gig. So I was used to getting up, getting out of the house, and doing, you know, business, adult things, and enter my children into the world. Whoa. That'll blow your mind. And I immediately went from working to staying at home with my first 3 years ago. So I went from one side of the spectrum to the complete opposite. And it was crazy. I actually held on for a while. I was a wedding planner, and I kind of did that from home while I was with my first, and it didn't last long because I had to deal with my child 24/7, obviously. So I didn't know what balance exactly looked like yet. It was very hard. But now that I'm home and I know that this is my season of life with all 3 of them, not just 1, not just 2, but 3, I have fully embraced it. I do not ever plan to go back to an 8 to 5, by the way.
She's like super mom, just saying. Like, I have to say, absolute super mom. Like, born to be a mother.
Smoke and mirrors, just everybody, yeah, smoke and mirrors, okay? As much as we like to think that we've got it all together, it hits the fan every single day. And dealing with that is a whole nother ball game.
It is. It's completely different from working. I used to work in a cigar shop for a while, and then I was in school full-time, and I was doing my photography business and going to school, so I was constantly doing things. And then when we had Jonathan, it was like, well, I'm staying home now, obviously, because it's really hard to do those other things. It's possible, but, you know, my focus was being a stay-at-home mom. I was like, yeah, I think I can do this. It's good, it's fine. And just with James' schedule and everything, it made more sense for me to stay at home. It really did. And just financially, it made sense for us that I was a stay-at-home mom. So then Ellie came along, so now there's 2 of them, and life is crazy. I mean,
crazier.
It's crazy. And
the more children.
Not that I don't love being with them, and I love being a stay-at-home mom because I don't miss anything. You know, I get to see all the firsts. I get to know exactly how they're being brought up and what they're learning and everything. I know exactly what's going on. However, I have a harder time dealing with the stresses of being a stay-at-home mom and the stresses that come along with having kids than I did dealing with the stresses of being a working mom. They're just completely different. So I don't think I fully prepared myself for what parenthood was going to be like. I don't know if anybody really can.
No, not at all.
But I just think that being a stay-at-home mom is for some people and it's not for some people. And I don't 100% know where I sit with that yet, because I kind of miss having a job and a purpose outside of being mom. Not that I don't, but
totally.
I miss having something for just me that's separate from being mom, I guess. And so sometimes that's a little bit hard, but I do still feel like it's very worth it to be a stay-at-home mom and to not miss anything. You know,
it is.
And you get all of those precious moments that you will never get back.
There's no perfect equation here that you feel 100% balanced all the time, because that's just life pulls you in so many different directions. I mean, you know, I was born to be a mother. I agree with that, and I intended on, you know, staying home right away, and it would be fine, and I would be awesome at it. I had this picture in my head of what it was going to be, and I was the greatest, and it was easy, and I never lost my patience, and I knew what to do in every situation, and I knew how to parent my children.
Obviously.
Right, but now I'm here, and although this has been my dream my whole life, I still struggle with that too.
Right.
I mean, it's a constant, you know, trying to figure out what works. Dealing with that versus what you can deal with in the workplace is totally different.
It is.
Totally different. There's uncontrollable and controllable things in both.
Right. So it's a different world, but it's still very amazing. It just has its very different rewards and challenges.
Yeah, absolutely. Different rewards and challenges.
All right, so this next topic is for Taylor. I'm not a twin mom. She's a twin mom.
You want to be a twin mom?
No. Well, I mean, I would take everything that God gave me.
That kills me. I love it.
But
I love it. Yeah.
I think God knows I don't need twins. I
don't know what. When he thought, Taylor, you should have twins.
I know, because you have the patience of a saint.
Oh.
You do, though. I don't. I try.
No.
Patience isn't a virtue. I try.
Just keep reminding yourself.
But
So
what is your best advice for twin moms?
Okay, being a twin mom is not a title I ever expected myself to have. Finding out that you're having twins is just completely mind-blowing and changes your entire outlook on your future, because it's not just one, it's actually more than one at one time. So my best advice for twin parents is to never stop communicating, because there's a million things happening at once all the time.
Especially when you have more kids, too.
Yeah, when you have more kids. I mean, right now I feel like my twins are one, and I feel like the twins are a lot easier than my almost 3-year-old right now. So, you know, that's my advice. I think that it's super important to keep communicating and always to seek out resources when you need them, because I like to think that I had a lot of the answers, but that's not the case once you get into these situations that just really test you. So seriously, communicate and do some research. Don't have any shame in finding a good, like, Facebook page or, you know, channel that you can watch that has people with real life scenarios dealing with the same issues, because there's just, biggest blessing in the world, though. Twice blessed.
And they're so cute.
Obviously.
They're amazing.
Yes, I love them. Yes.
So that's my twin life.
Twin life.
All right, this next, it's really like a 2-part question. I really think we put 2 people's questions together, but that's fine. So the first part is, how do we find time for ourselves when our family isn't around? And a little backstory on both of us. Well, for me, and then I'll let Taylor tell hers. So we're a military family. We don't live by any of our family members, so we don't have family around to help us. And Taylor's in the same position.
Yeah. Yeah, basically our family is all up in Illinois, and it's just me and my husband and our kids down here. We don't have anybody to just drop the kids off, you know, when they're sick or needing to go to a doctor's appointment. We don't have that either. So we're in the same boat here.
Can you imagine what that would be like to be able to just drop your kids off at like your parents' house
sounds
and be like,
amazing.
I'm gonna go like to the store?
Yeah.
Or like, I'm gonna go on a date?
I don't know. I don't know. Anytime our in-laws visit, they always ask us, like, do you guys want to go anywhere?
Yes.
And I'm like, to the gas station?
Yeah,
like Walmart.
Right.
Like, I'm naming all my groceries.
We're gonna talk about how we find time for ourselves without family around, because that is a big thing when you don't have family around.
Yeah.
I know that one of my go-tos is I go to the gym because they have childcare, and I get that hour to hour and a half, even if it's an hour and a half of getting my butt whooped at the gym, where somebody else is watching my kids, and I have that time to better myself and do something just for me. And I really like that. Also, oddly enough, where we work out, they also offer a mom's morning out program. And sometimes I'll put the kids in there. Well, I haven't actually put Ellie in yet, but I can. I can now that she's over 6 months. And that's 4 hours of time that I could spend for myself. And then once they go to bed at night, that's me time. And I do what I want to do, even though I'm exhausted, and that's usually just like sitting and playing on my phone, but it's still me time. So I try not to clean that much after they go to bed. I try to do that kind of right as we're getting ready for bed and winding down and stuff, so that I can have those couple hours before I go to bed to myself to do things.
Yeah, I find time the same way. I mean, both of us are kind of schedulers, which means we stick to a routine. And so many people think that routines are stressful and that they're hard to stick to. And I've got to tell you, it's the exact opposite.
Chaos without routines.
Thank you.
My life is chaotic if I don't have a routine.
Yeah, absolutely. I can prioritize things with a routine. So I have structured time for my kids to be napping, whether they're actually asleep or not. It's their resting time that they need for their little brains to be able to function for the rest of the day too. So I have I have little breaks throughout the day because of the way I schedule my time. And I always like to say that I work, whether it's cleaning the house or, you know, doing my business or whatever. I like to say that I work in pockets throughout my day, because it's not like I have hours and hours of free time. I mean, that's ridiculous. But what I do have is 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, you know, that I can choose how to spend my time. And I know that I need to dedicate some of that to just literally putting my feet back and just flipping through my phone, because it's a mental break just as much as it is a physical break during that time. So I'm a big fan of routines, because I know that I'm going to have a break, and it's something I can look forward to if I'm having a really hard day or my patience is getting tested. I know that I have a structured amount of time until I get to that next break. So routines are key with our house.
It's important, super important to have you time, otherwise you're gonna go crazy.
You will go crazy. Yeah.
Okay, so the other part to this question is, what do you do with your husbands or significant others, whatever, in your free time when you can't leave the house? Because you don't have family to watch your kids. So after they go to bed, it's date night in.
That's right. Every night is date night at my house.
Right.
We don't have family, so we don't leave the house after the kids go to bed.
I don't know what it's like being out after dark.
No, neither do I. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what to wear. I don't know what my face is like.
I don't have adult clothes.
No, I never know how to dress myself anymore. I mean, my gosh, it's ridiculous. I'm like, am I dressed appropriately? Or I'll go ahead and start with this because, you know, my husband has a regular job. It's a sales job, so he's home basically every night. And we have found that we've been together for, since what, 2006? So very long time now. And what we found is we get into these ruts sometimes where we just don't care enough to do anything different. So we end up watching TV every single night. And then eventually I'm like, wow, I am so bored. So what we've done over the past year specifically, remember we have twins who are 1 year old, so we've had to make an effort to spice up our life, I guess. And I know. And we both have always had a love for playing cards. So we actually, I know, it's funny, a lot of people don't know this about us, but we play cards like every night. And actually for his birthday, which we just celebrated, I got him an automatic card shuffler. It fits,
that's fun!
It is fun. It fits 2 decks, so we just play our own card game, you know, while we talk about our day, and we can just kind of mindlessly play until we're done talking, and then we want to go on the couch. So, you know, it's a fun, easy hobby that we can still be talking without like sitting down having a face-to-face conversation about the day.
Right.
It's a good, easy like date night for us.
Right. So for us, James has gone a lot. So when he's home, it's like special because where is he ever? Who is James? I don't know. Just kidding. But so we do like a lot of nights. He works long hours even when he is home. A lot of nights it is just coming down here and watching TV and unwinding and just talking and like snuggling. No, but seriously, like just, I feel like just touching is important though. Like just being close to them.
Yeah.
I'm not being weird, but just, you know, like
no, it's true.
Snuggling up and having that connection.
Yeah, physical touch is important.
Right.
Regardless of it's, you know, just right next to the person.
Right. So, that, we like board games sometimes. Like,
do you guys like
Monopoly and stuff? Sometimes somebody always cheats though. It's not usually me.
To finish the game because it's
17 hours
12
later.
hours?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Every once in a while we'll play some board games.
No.
But what James and I like to do sometimes is we'll put the kids to bed and then he will grill out steaks and I will make, and we'll do like chocolate fondue and we do like the whole thing and we get dressed up. Like we have, we do.
Wow.
Like we do date night in, like as if there are no kids here. We're at some fancy place except we have to do more cooking, but it's fine.
And cleaning.
We do that the next day, it's fine.
I know.
But it's actually really fun.
Yeah.
And that's our time to just connect and be us.
Yeah, I think it's worth mentioning too, you know, we don't have very many shared hobbies, my husband and I. We like a lot of the same things, but it's not our shared hobbies.
Right.
So it's actually been kind of fun now that I have this wine business. That's something we get to learn about together, and we taste wines together and act like we know what we're smelling, and we don't know what we're smelling, by the way.
Smells like cedar.
Cedar, oak, I don't know, probably.
Hard to tell.
Pears, I don't know, grapes.
Pineapple.
There's pineapple sometimes.
There's probably grapes in it.
Yes, but we get to like find this new hobby together and kind of like discover it. So that's been kind of cool. Yeah, finding a new hobby together.
I like that.
Somebody drank my wine.
Yikes.
I don't know.
That is about all we have time for today. If you guys have any other topics that you want us to cover next wine chat, because these are just sporadic, because we don't have time to do this every week.
Who's got time?
But we try to do it when we can. So yes, if you have any more things you want us to talk about, please let us know in the comments below. Also, check out Taylor's Instagram if you want to learn more about her wine business or what she does, or just see cute pictures of her kids and stuff because they're adorable.
They're adorable.
They're pretty cute. I mean, they're pretty awesome.
It's true.
So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this wine chat. Thank you for joining us.
We'll go ahead and top off our glasses now.
Yep.
Our glasses.
I still have some. Please top me off.
I'll top off my glass now. Let's go
it's
for
been
it.
a day.
Is this enough?
When?
Cheers to that.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.